second. How did we get to this point?
Hello, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Today I'm having some fun in Historic Best of 1 playing some Gruul Landfall. Now over the weekend I played a bunch of mono white humans, climbed the ladder, hit mythic, and now I can say that I am done with that rat race, at least for a few weeks. Now I can relax, play something a little bit less competitive and a ton more fun, and while this deck is exactly that, it comes to us from none other than the Great White Dragon MTG Arena original decks. Saw this over on their channel throughout the weekend, thought it looked like a blast to play, and I knew I had to try it out on my channel. So let's take a look at the list, see what makes it tick, and then jump into some games. Now the deck is mostly built around this card right here, Valakut Exploration. It is a 3 CMC enchantment that says, whenever a land enters the battlefield under our control, exile the top card of our library. Then we may play that card for as long as it remains exiled. That's pretty sweet. It's going to give us access to all the pieces that we need. We can just assemble our engine and go off. But the next part is where the card really shines. It says at the beginning of your end step, if there are cards exiled with Valakut Exploration, put them in their owner's graveyards. Then Valakut Exploration deals that much damage to each opponent. The idea is once we get everything set up, we have a couple of Valakut Explorations on the field, we are going to exile our entire deck underneath Valakut Exploration, and then we'll go to our end step and hit our opponent for 30 or 40 damage. How sweet is that? We'll just like blow them out of the water. Sometimes though, 30 or 40 damage is not going to be enough damage. You saw in the cold opening that I think the opponent was sitting at like 60 something life. I'm sure they thought they were pretty safe behind their life gain deck. Well, that's where Fiery Emancipation comes into play. This is a big boy enchantment that is going to triple all of our damage, and we can put out 2 of them when our engine is popping off. The rest of the deck is built around Landfall. It's just a landfall engine. That's all it is. We have 4 cards that are going to allow us to play additional lands each turn. Druid class is certainly the weakest of these cards, simply because it's going to cost us 5 mana investment to allow us to play 1 additional land. However, just the Druid class at level 1 is going to be gaining us 1 life every time a land enters the battlefield under our control, and that's pretty good to help us stabilize against more aggressive strategies. The other cards in the deck are 4 copies of Azusa that allows us to play 2 additional lands, 4 copies of Dryad of the Elysian Grove, which is 1 more additional land, and 2 copies of the Oracle of Moldiah that, well, gives us 1 more additional land and allows us to play lands from the top of our deck. Pretty sweet, right? However, there's more to it. We are also playing 4 copies of Ancient Green Warden, which says we may play lands from our graveyard, which means our Fabled Passage and Evolving Wilds just got a whole lot better because we can just keep playing them from our graveyard. Then the Ancient Green Warden says if a land entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. That is pretty sweet when we're hitting landfall with Valakut Exploration and the other card in our deck, Lotus Cobra. This means that Lotus Cobra is going to be generating 2 additional mana every time a land enters the battlefield under our control when we have an Ancient Green Warden. And if we have additional Lotus Cobras or additional Ancient Green Wardens, it just keeps going and going and going. We have the Goblin here to reduce the cost of all of our spells. We have a Shaya that makes all of our creatures enter the battlefield as lands, which will trigger landfall. And then finally, we have 4 copies of Experimental Frenzy, which once we get the engine assembled, basically allows us to play every single card in our deck, because even if we hit lands on the top of our library, we're either going to be able to play them because of these cards, or we can get rid of them because we have Fabled Passage or Evolving Wilds. We can just shuffle away our deck and, get a new top card. This is the deck. It's pretty sweet to play. I hope it pops off. When it goes off, it really goes off. When it doesn't, it's a little lukewarm. We'll see how we do. See you over in the games. All right, Gruul Landfall. Hopefully it works. That is a lot of Evolving Wilds. And you know what? I think it's okay with the Goblin here and then the Valakut Exploration. What is going on with the visuals in this game? I don't understand, Wizards. Maybe it's my laptop, but I don't know. Anybody else experiencing headbanging trees? So our opponent plays out an Is It land. Sure, we get our discount Garbo, I should call him. And Slivers, not a big deal. So I'm definitely playing this out. And I guess I put that out. Azusa. Alright, hit the opponent for 1 with the Azusa. Small thing. And then... yeah, how does this work? At the beginning of your end step, if there are cards. That's interesting. So they can't attack in, where the diffusion sliver doesn't really matter. I think I want to get a force, even though I do have the fiery emancipation here. Interesting. Okay. So that's definitely going out. The Evolving Wilds is definitely going. Really wish I had a Lotus Cobra. Would have made things a lot easier. May as well get out the Druid class. So, the opponent's going to take 2 damage here. Bing, bing. And maybe next turn, fun things can happen. With 2 Valakut expirations, cracking the Evolving Wilds, I think I should be alright. Okay, their opponent's has hasty slivers now. It's not a big deal. Okay, they have bigger hasty slivers now, so it's a little bit more of a big deal. Okay, sure. You attack in for 2. But if things go well, okay. Might be able to get him here. Kind of maybe being too hopeful. Those are not lands. Wow, did I just whiff on lands? Okay. That's really disappointing. I think it's just going to be a Shaya. Serious deck. Are you serious? Alright, hit the opponent for 4. Where are my lands? This is a landfall deck, right? Oh no. Oh yay? That's 21 damage, right? I don't think I need the goblin anymore. Okay. Okay, that's good. Okay. We might be able to do it now. Opponent gives me the GGs. Do they know what's happening? I have a feeling they might not. Really want an Ancient Green Warden. Is it Oracle or Dryad? Or is it just another mountain? I think it's just another mountain. Fable Passage is good. So I can play out Dryad. Hope I don't mess up the combo. Okay. I think the writing was on the wall. We were able to pop off and it was going to go. So that was really sketchy. I think they actually would have had us had they not been greedy and played out the second Cleaving Sliver. Got super lucky. I don't know. I'll have to look back at it. But I think I got lucky on that one. Next one. All right. Got lucky in the first game. Hopefully things keep going well. I'm doubtful though. Another one of those sketchy ones where I need another land, but I think it's fine. Just having, Dryads for additional lands and then the Valakut exploration, it's too valuable to the deck. Playing against number 1800. Jeskai? Must be. We'll get that out. So I think if they see the Druid class, Gruul, they know what's up. It is Jeskai, so we have to deal with memory lapse. That's so good. I'm so fine with them taking the Druid class with the portable hole. Now it's a little bit of a hard decision, but I don't really get anything extra if I play out the Lotus Cobra, so I think I'll just go out with the Grove Dryad. We have 2 of them. I love this card. I remember when it first came out, I immediately got a playset of it at pre-release, probably stupidly, because I actually haven't played the card in too many decks, but I jammed it in 1 or 2 EDH decks, but I just thought it was such an awesome card. I love the art on it, because I'm an idiot. Okay, well, you know what? That's the card we want to see, but what's the ordering? Is it Valakut Exploration first or the Lotus Cobra first? Kind of think it's Valakut Exploration first. And then next turn, Fabled Passage, maybe. No, we'll go Fabled Passage. Okay. So hit them for 1. I should have attacked with a Dryad. No reason not to attack there. They're spinning their wheels. I mean, the reason not to attack there is legitimate. I don't want to win through damage, combat damage. I want to win through Valakut Exploration trigger damage. Call it greedy, if you will, but... They have 1 mana, so is this the turn where I try to make something happen? It's a good card. Okay, Lotus Cobra to the field. Throw out the Fabled Passage. That's 1 land drop. I'm gonna crack this. Go get a mountain. Disappointing. So I have access to 5 mana. I think it's got to be the Experimental Frenzy, right? Unfortunately, I can't play out the additional land. That would have been really nice. I guess I'll attack in. Hopefully they don't have a sweeper. It's very likely they do. But Valakut Exploration, Experimental Frenzy on the field, maybe something happens. Unfortunately, a Fiery Emancipation stuck in hand. I don't like that. But Teferi would be okay. Teferi bounce Valakut. Kind of sucks, but it's manageable. Portable Hole on a Cobra. Okay, so they don't have a sweeper. And then Narset. Narset's fine. That's a little less fine. Pay 2 life, I think. Okay. Done there. Do I want this? Or do I just want to do 2 damage? I think I just want to do 2 damage. Or do I crack the Fabled Passage? Maybe it's cracking the Fabled Passage. Definitely the intricacies of the deck are a little lost on me. Okay. 4 damage to the face. Double trigger from the Ancient Green Warden there is very nice. I think if they let us untap with the Green Warden on the field next turn, it would be pretty hard not to find the win. I think we would be able to most certainly find one of the other cards that are going to allow us to put additional lands into play. A little bit annoying that we haven't found anything else, but... How would I feel about a board wipe? Yeah, that would suck, right? Board wipes are never good. Just play out the Teferi. Commit the Green Warden. Okay. And, well... Commit puts second from the top? Yeah, okay. Don't have a count. No, no. Now the Dryad of the Elysian Grove is angry about that and has to attack it. That would have been so sweet. Oh, well, to be fair, it's not that big of a problem because I don't want cards in my hand. I want cards on the field or in my deck. Okay. Give me an additional... Oh, God, that's so bad. Stop it, please. Okay, we have 4 left. That's fine. Azusa. Oh, thank you. I don't want that. We're going to be pretty close to just... Like, this will be enough damage. Jeskai control. Get out of here. Sweet. Next one. All right. It's actually working. I can't believe it's actually working. Getting a lot of these really sketchy hands, so gotta admit. And we're on the Headbanging Trees map again. Jeskai twice in a row. Why wouldn't it be Jeskai twice in a row? So I got to imagine my Goblin's going to get Lightning Helixed, which really sucks, because keeping a kind of a greedy hand. But that being said, Lotus Cobra into Fabled Passage next turn is going to be pretty awesome. Oh, okay. Well, it's better than a Lightning Helix. Well, is it? They do get to cycle 2 cards. So, and they probably think we're on Shaman. Maybe they'll make a decision, a worse decision, maybe. Oh, this is Opus. Okay. Well, that's not great. I'm going to put out the Fabled Passage still, but I think I'm not going to crack it because there's no reason to generate 2 mana. And hopefully next turn that'll be a little bit better. If I hit a 4th land, it will be at least. Couldn't be a 4th land. I really don't want to play the Valakut Exploration into a counterspell here, but kind of feel like I might have to. Yeah, feels bad. But that's the Jeskai control conundrum. Actually, saw some data released today that kind of suggested that Jeskai control doesn't have as strong a win rate as some might think. That being said, a lot of people are playing hate cards for Jeskai control, and still they're above 50%. So maybe that does tell you how powerful the deck is. Not great that they had a Teferi and a Lightning Helix to get rid of the Lotus Cobra, but I don't think I was doing much else, you know. I think we're just kind of under their thumb too much, and it's not going to work out this game. Sure. I don't really want that, so I'm going to leave it there and shuffle it away with the Evolving Wild. That was interesting, though. Are they that afraid of the combo? That's good. So I'll put the Azusa out before the Experimental Frenzy because I do need some cards on the field that allow me to play additional lands before I start going with Frenzy.
Keep up the pace.
always disappointing when the control deck is able to hit lands and put out lands more reliably than the landfall deck. No, not my Azusa. Who didn't see that one coming? Can't be the experimental frenzy yet. It's just so bad by itself.
No time for a break.
If we get the ancient Green Warden out, can start generating a lot of mana. Potentially. Definitely need additional lands, creatures, whatever you want to call them. Cycling the irrigated farmland might mean they're struggling a bit, but I mean, it's Jeskai control. They have to have something in those 4 cards. I think it's just jamming Fiery Emancipation. I think so. I think the Ancient Green Warden is actually more valuable. And I don't really want to play it out into full mana. That sucks. That really sucks. Also kind of... Did I miss an attack with... No. I didn't miss an attack with Lotus Cobra. Feels that way, but... Okay. When it stopped there, it kind of made me think they hit Lightning Helix.
Hold that thought.
Oh, Teferi. You're so fun, aren't you? Oh, no. All right. We'll let the opponent have their fun, since some of our opponents hopefully will let us have fun in the future. That's the hope. Well, they're stacking everything. Doesn't matter. So draw 4, gain 3, deal 3, deal 5. Seems fair, right? The unfortunate thing about this is they're not actually killing us. But what are the chances that we get to do anything with them with a full mid of cards? They'll actually have to discard down to 7. And they get to untap, so they certainly have a memory lapse. Oh. So, how's everybody doing? What do you think of the new animations, the new silliness? Do you want to see more editing? I've been playing around with editing and that just because I've been having more fun editing stuff than playing Magic, unfortunately. Oh, it's memory lapse. Yeah. All right, we'll see what they do. Play out something that'll kill me and then I can concede happily.
Keep up the pace.
Or is there win condition? The win condition can't be Teferi. Nothing really. Okay, we'll see. I don't know why I'm bothering. If they counter this one, when they counter this one, we'll just concede and we'll move on. At least even the trees are getting tired of this. Oh my gosh. Okay, a Torrential Gear Hulk is at least a 3-turn clock in this case because I'm down to 15. So you got it. Next one. All right. Keep going. Looking for interesting games. That's all I want. 2 lands again. 2 lands seems to be a theme. I gotta throw it away. 3 lands and an easy Green Warden pitch to the bottom. See what the opponent's up to. Shambling Ghast. Cool. Cool. So I guess it just has to be Fabled Passage. Go and get a green source because we might need double green eventually. The deck hasn't really had issues with color mana at the very least. I've definitely been having issues with just getting the proper lands or a proper number of lands tonight. I'm not sure what that's about. That's fine. I guess. For not to take 2 damage next turn with Stomping Ground, but I guess I kind of have to. The way things have gone. This Dreadhorde Butcher is going to get real big. Eee. I like this, though. The opponent's up to. That's very interesting. That's okay. I could put out the Dryad of the Elysian Grove and then put out the other Fabled Passage. It's tricky. Maybe it's just this. Save 2 life. Gain a little life. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully they don't have a removal spell for the Lotus Cobra. That'd be real swell, but it's Mardu, so you got to expect they definitely do. Oh, crazy trees. Calm down. Ooh, Dreadhorde Butcher. Here they come. Can't block. I'm dead if I let this Cobra die. I think I'm probably just dead no matter what. Because we can't exactly kill any of these anymore. Can't kill them to begin with. But, yeah, I think this might just be a case of... I mean, the deck obviously doesn't... Oh, no. Did they have the Phyrexian Tower the whole time? They didn't. Oh, they didn't put it on the Lotus Cobra. I'm really surprised about that. Okay. It's not enough to really go, but it's not terrible. So I can go up to 5 mana, and 5 mana is not 6 mana for my Green Warden. But next turn, I can do it. Okay. Yeah, so it's just got to be survive until the next turn. If a creature dying causes an additional time, that's awesome. I love what the opponent's up to. So I have to block like that. Take 6. And hope they don't have a way of sacrificing one of... Oh, they do have... No, we're dead. What am I saying? They have the Phyrexian Tower, and they're fully aware that they have the Phyrexian Tower. Did they even really need to... No, they needed to attack. Yeah. All right. Awesome deck. I think that's super sweet. Doesn't matter what I do. Taya? Is that her name? I only ever see this card in EDH. Taya Karlov. Awesome. Next one. All right. Should be match 5. One thing I forgot to mention earlier is that I do plan on... Yeah, okay. I do plan on probably reducing my video length. I think usually I do 8 best of 1 matches. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I'll get that. I do 8 best of 1 matches, and then I do 4 best of 3 matches. I think what I might be doing is cutting that down from 8 to 6 and then 4 to 3. Let me know what you think. This one's going to be 6 matches long because I did the extra editing at the start. It's getting a little bit late. I do need to kind of wrap things up and get this video ready to go for tomorrow. But yeah, I don't know. The people that do watch these videos, are you attached to watching 8 and 4, or are you okay going the other way? Interesting position. It doesn't matter what I really play out here because I'm not going to be able to do anything else with these cards. They're just certainly dead cards. So, ding ding. And need to find... I don't know, what do I need? I need, you know, not that many cards. Just like a generator, one that allows me to put more lands out would be good. Lotus Cobra would be also fine, I think, right? I put it out for 2, I play that. No, Lotus Cobra would leave me a little short. That's not really good enough. So I guess I'm just dead? Yep. So this is kind of like the deck is it's just gonna fall completely flat against strategies like this. We'll try though. We'll see. We might get lucky here. We are exiling 2 cards. Oh, that's okay. So I guess we play Azusa and then the Lotus Cobra. And then the land? Yeah. Maybe the Lotus Cobra's wrong. That really needed to be like a Fabled Passage, I think. Oracle. Fabled Passage, interesting. I've played all my lands, right? Can't really do anything from this point, though. Let me play you. Yeah. So I put this out. I just try to survive at this point. Darn, it would have been nice to have the Druid class. That would have been like the little bit of extra land that I probably needed to stay alive. But I don't think there's any chance I can win now because they have the Robin Up Runes, they have awesome attackers, the Ancrop Crasher can make something unable to block. 2 things are unable to block now, so. Gruul deck, not bad, but it was close. I think if I maybe did some things a little bit differently, maybe I shouldn't have put out the Lotus Cobra. I don't know. Well, hopefully the last game will show the power of the deck. So far, things have been... Okay, don't be like that, opponent. I was respectful. I didn't block. Why do you have to go and Ember Cleave? Okay. One more. All right. Hopefully this last game goes well. Had to concede a bunch of games in a row. I just kept hitting that nasty map. Finally, though, get an opening hand that looks pretty good. Even these leaves are kind of going, aren't they? Is it worth it to save the Evolving Wilds? It's not. Okay, we'll just crack it. Go get a red or a green source and move on. So hopefully, I want to see a good performance. What's going on? Good performance. Slivers. I can't believe how many Sliver decks we're facing. I didn't realize Slivers were popular. I faced them a couple of times earlier today, and yeah. Yeah, that was one deck I wasn't expecting. Yeah. Lands are not really working well, which is a big problem. Is it Azusa or Valakut? I think it doesn't matter. So need a land next turn. If I don't hit a land, pretty much dead. This predatory Sliver is going to present quite the clock. And yeah, I'm not going to be able to do much if they get in a nice attack here. I need probably like 2 turns to maybe make something happen. Faceless Agent is probably a pretty good card to see. It's only not representing too much more damage. It's a land. So, gotta get lucky. It is a land. So we play the Azusa. Allows us to play a land. Give me another land. That's not terrible. Okay, so next turn, if we survive, maybe the Experimental Frenzy comes down with the Azusa. It should probably let me play quite a few cards off the top of my deck. Fingers crossed. And then hopefully with the discounted fella here and the mana generation there, should go. That's a good card. Can I play it first? It's a little risky, isn't it? Opponent giving me the preemptive good game. Always nice. I have a big decision to make. Like, you know what? It's got to be Experimental Frenzy. I don't think I can risk. Maybe I'm regretting that now. I'm going to pay 2 life. I'm dead no matter what. Ooh. It's really good. Let's play the Lotus Cobra because I think I want to generate more mana. Do I want the Ancient Green Warden? Probably. If I do that, though, I have to tap. I can do that, right? Okay. Generating a lot of mana. Azusa. I don't want Azusa. I want Dryad of the Elysian Grove. Oh, we're doing it. It's going. I so hope the opponent's cool. Be cool, opponent. Be cool. I'm going to go fast. I'm going to try to go fast. Dryad of the Elysian Grove. Please be cool. Please be cool, opponent. Dryad of Moldaya. Oh, triggers. We milled the whole deck. We're going to do it. I want to find the Fiery Emancipation, though. The one that's not in my hand. No, it's got to be Fable Passage. I don't think it's gone in here yet. Wow, I can't believe right at the end. I want to put this video first. And I'm so thankful for Skydreamer. I think Skydreamer knows the pain. Oh, yes, there it is. And we mill everything. We get the Fiery Emancipation. We play it. Oh, don't do me dirty. Come on. Oh, thank you, opponent. You're such a cool sport. It only took one. Oh, it took so long. Thank you, opponent. I really appreciate that. Let's go to a wrap up. All right. Well, the struggle with Gruul Landfall was a little bit real. I had some hard games tonight. I had a lot of plans for the deck, and you know what? It played well in testing. That being said, it's, again, one of those decks that either really goes or it just kind of gets run over. And on top of that, it's extraordinarily expensive. One thing I didn't really plan out yet is just the price of the deck. Almost everything is going to be a rare. Very few uncommons. That's uncommon there. Yeah, so that is not a cheap deck. Pretty hard crafts with the Ancient Green Warden. I think all of these ones that are going to allow you to play extra lands, a little bit hard to justify. Valakut Awakening, not a great one. That's not a great one. Yeah, a lot of problems with this deck. But you saw in that last game, when it does pop off, it is so fun to go. And if your opponents are cool and they let you just play it out, you get that awesome OTK and it feels super good. Yeah. That being said, if you run into Jeskai control, it's got to be a really low win percentage. You know, you just need so many things to make the deck work, and they can interrupt just a few of those pieces. Your whole plan's going to fall apart. You really want to run into some of these more creature-based, slower strategies. If that's what your opponent's up to, and you can find those matchups, that's going to be great. You're going to have a lot of fun, but you might just get run over by Gruul. Anyways, my spirits were lifted at the very end. I'm so thankful that I was able to get that craziness going. I don't know. If you're really into Landfall, try it. It's a big meme, though. Just know that. That's it for today. Next video, Midnight Hunt should be out, and I'm not sure what I'm doing for that yet, but hey, we might have some new toys to be playing with. So, see you in the next one. Take care for now. Bye-bye. They might have another Mantides. It's a little unfortunate that our deck, a Landfall deck that has a ton of lands, is getting blown out by Mantides. Imagine that world, right? Goodness gracious. Come on, Wizards. Just let me have my fun. Would ya? Give me like 23, 24 land. Come on. I'll pay. I'm kind of disgusted about what's going on. Well, I guess that's one way to get lands, right? It's not how I wanted to be getting my lands, but can you... What is going on? Oh no.